food chain, rock bottom, and handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me.
We are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Stafford now to throw. He'll dump this off to Akers. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Libra. 53, ready.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. it's Stafford. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, and this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Second down, here's Chubb again. Nifty move. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Watson on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. The Browns at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Buying time to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Watson. He's got a man complete. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. And this one is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's got room. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. 7-7, our score after 1. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. Also let you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now a 3rd down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's got a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Again, it's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the 50, it's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And a line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
To the air yet again, Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let him go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 2. Throwing is Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Stafford here. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before the break. Stafford going up top for Kupp. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. To throw is Watson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bobby Wagner. The offensive line is in tatters, as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week, as he sends this one away. Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn, as they've got it 1st and 10. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Going up top. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
20.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Bryson Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10.
14, Browns 10.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these.
And I think the ball's out. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On 1st down, it's Watson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And now Watson throws another interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
32!
After the interception, here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Down inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
They'll run here with Akers. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
53, ready, 22.
Again, it'll be Akers. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Just beating the play clock, Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And this one is right through. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Watson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Watson now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. 90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. After the run, Watson going to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily none.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Shoves him aside. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Second down, here's Chubb again. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watson to throw.
This will be caught. Judy. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Off tackle run here for Nick Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll go option to the short side, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Give him 9 on the keeper there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Reset.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Here's Watson. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So it's a win here for the Cleveland Browns, and it's thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, Charles. And that's one Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he's instrumental in earning this victory.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. can double E. Cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie feeling?
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to win.